Grand Rising. Yep. It's good to see everyone. We're living in two worlds, and there's two realities that are side by side right now. And my journey has showed me that up close and living through it. And yeah, it's interesting how we could have two realities side by side. And in today's lesson, we're going to understand and overstand how can there be two worlds side by side. And that's what this is all about. It's free will, and every aspect of life is free will, and that's why there has to be two worlds side by side. But today we're in a little bit of a lighter atmosphere. Are you liking the new atmosphere? Grand Rising. I appreciate that. Yeah, just give me a 5x5 on the chat so we know we have some good connections. Trying to connect you back out in nature again. The best we can. The best we can. Yeah, it's all free will. Oh, the chat's blowing up right now. Yeah, as you come in, just click the like button. It's going to help others stumble across this very important message. We have a lot to go over. You know, sometimes you hear people talk about things, and in order to really know, like a lot of people, you're getting this message right now, and you're seeing stuff. It could be on YouTube or other platforms, and you could say, is this stuff real? Is this really going on? Does this stuff really exist? And part of today's lesson, because I was put into a first-hand experience, I have confirmation that these things do exist and might seem a little strange. That's why we actually have to live through these things. We have to experience them firsthand, and sometimes it's not so comfortable. But when you're put into certain positions, it allows you to appreciate things even more than what you first felt about them. You know, I'm very grateful for, like right now, you know, I came to a special place, and it was raining all rising. The rain actually stopped, but it's still it's still a little cold. I was expecting it to be warmer. However, since I was previously in a very terrible position, it allows me to become even more grateful for the position that I'm in right now. I would say about 7 months ago, I did a very powerful video, The Ups and Downs of Life. And God puts us through the ups and downs of life so we could have a different vantage point. We could have a different perception of the reality that we're experiencing right now. So you know, I could even experience you know, and be joyful, even though it's a little cold right now. I wasn't expecting it to be so cold. I'm always prepared, though. You have to be prepared for everything. You know, some people I know, they don't get why I'm prepared for every situation. I try to be prepared for every situation. So we're prepared for the cold situation right now. So this is a very powerful message. The collapse is happening in a certain way of that there is free will. And Dolores Cannon spoke about the pockets of light during the collapse or during the event. So you might be providing the pockets of light right now. So we gave everyone enough time to get on this live stream. Very powerful message today. So if you haven't done so already, please click the like button. It's going to help others find this message. If it calls you through free will, of course, because this is all coming down through free will. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. You'll get all the updates on your phone. You'll get a little notification, get a little ringy ding. He's going on now. I'm probably going to be back on live tonight. You guys know what tonight is, so. And today is a very special day that I'm doing this, and I'll save that for tonight. It's gonna be a great Friday Night Live tonight. Yeah, and if you're enjoying this and you Nancy gets it. Yeah, I had to change my wardrobe because I didn't realize Nancy, and I wanted to kind of color match the best I could. It was so cold, so I was gonna start to wear something else, but I had to switch it up. Yeah, and if you would like to join our Patreon, the link is in the description. We hold live Zoom meetings. It's even more fun when we could all do this together on Zoom. And I'm very grateful for all the support for the channel. There's a link at the pinned comment. Nature Boy, I love you, Nature Boy. 777, what a beautiful number. We love you in Ireland, brother. So glad you are doing better. Yeah, I'm doing better today. And you know, there's literally two realities, and I'm going to share from first-hand experience. I was not feeling so good either, and how did I get back to where I am right now? There are literally two realities running side by side. In this world right now, there are still pockets of the old, and then there's pockets of the new earth, or the lighter, or the 5D, however you would like to word it. And then there's the pockets of the 3D, or the artificial consciousness, the artificial timeline, some people call it. If you're new to the channel, I try to use many different descriptions that are the same. They mean the same thing. They hold the same vibrational frequency. So right now, people are witnessing the rapture, the splitting of worlds, the event, the expansion of consciousness, and it happens in shifts. And it could happen throughout people or the locations of the world. And you might be in a location of the world and it might be lower than others, and you could be in a location of the world that is higher than others. And you could say, why is it happening this way? And it's because of free will. And because of this, many of us are getting stirred up, and you know, we're moving, we're constantly moving. You might be like me, you're constantly on the move. If you've been on this channel for the past year, you see that I'm constantly on the move. Being constantly on the move is important as we're number one in a spiritual war, and it's also very important for something called neuroplasticity. Oh yeah, write neuroplasticity in the chat. Everyone that's following along, we bring forth all these very deep concepts. Neuroplasticity. It's important to surround yourself with new locations. When you go to a new location, you're forcing yourself. You can't. Neuroplasticity. There it is. Sherry's got it in the chat. Neuroplasticity. AV has it in the chat. When you do something new, and now you normally have a routine. I believe in routines and rituals, but then we have to get out of our comfort zone. So neuroplasticity, when you do something new and now you build a new routine, you're actually building new neural pathways in the brain. It allows you to accomplish new things on your journey. If you're, becoming part of our family, our Everyday Live family, this is a channel about self-empowerment. So in order for you to have the skills that you need, you have to remember this right now. Society as a whole is collapsing, and that's a good thing. It's a collapse of the old, and it's going to be up to yourself to put yourself in these positions so that you could teach others, and now you have the skills to navigate moving forward. It's called neuroplasticity. And sometimes we have to force ourselves, like even myself, for my journey, I was, I did the same routine, and, some of you know the story about me. In 2021, my life was shook up, and I wouldn't have the skills that I have in the now moment if I didn't go through all of these changes and putting myself constantly in new situations, and I'm now building new neural pathways in the brain, and that's why it's really important to try new things. While we are trying new things, we might actually get forced into a very low vibrational situation, and we could feel suffocating. I was kind of feeling suffocated. We could feel suffocated for many different reasons. We could be suffocated, because of people, the situations, the frequencies that surround ourselves, that are surrounding ourselves. There are large areas and small areas, and then smaller pockets within the larger areas of high vibe or low vibe. And Dolores Cannon spoke about the pockets of light. Where I am right now, I'm in a place where it's a larger pocket of light. And if you're new to this concept of the event, and you want to look at what Dolores Cannon said. Dolores Cannon made videos back around 2011, 2012. You could go back, just type in Dolores Cannon, and she spoke about the waves of volunteers. She spoke about what so many people have different names for it. The event, the apocalypse that we're living through now. She said that more people would die of fear of the plague than the plague itself. And you know what? And she said this back in 2012. She said that there'll be pockets of light. She said that there'll be communities that are coming together. First, the communities, look at our community and how we're growing by the second. Communities are growing, via the internet right now. If you would like to continue to grow our community, take this time just to click the like button and share the link and subscribe to the channel. And all of that work helps our community to continually grow. So there's large areas and small areas, and then there's pockets of light, and then there's pockets of that artificial timeline. Many different bits of artificial aspects of the life. It's running with the organic. It's running side by side. And you could say to yourself, why is it allowed to happen? And it's because of free will. And I've shared this on the channel. Some of you are new. Many people will be, through free will, plugging their consciousness into the metaverse. And, putting things in their body. And listen, it's all free will. If chips come out or whatever it is, it's free will. Some people already in the past few years, they put stuff in, and it's just the way of the world. However, there are things that are not free will. I kind of felt like I was in that situation the other day. So, I was kind of thrown into a place that listen, I'm from New York. And then there's certain areas maybe in New York that I might, pass through that might have felt like this. I felt very uneasy where I was. And I was stuck there for over a day. I did not like the feeling of being there. My body had very strange reactions. So in Ireland, I saw it myself, but my eyes were so itchy and red. Maybe you go into an area. I've witnessed this. I went into a mall, also in New York, so totally different, and I had the same reaction where my eyes got itchy and red. Have you ever experienced this this new phenomenon in the past few years? The Lion 999 completion codes are here, Lion. I love you. The Lion writes, speaking of self-empowerment, I just released my independent video game, Hunt the Mug Slub, on stream yesterday. Built by me and inspired by games from the 80s and 90s. I'm always talking about throwback games. I love that, The Lion. Check it out on Steam. Check out The Lion's new video game. Yeah, put the link in. We have a Telegram group. I made that Telegram group for all of you. Please feel free to share your work in the Telegram group. I looked. So I started Our Everyday Lives, and I looked at a lot of fake spiritual gurus. You ever see some fake spiritual gurus, and they pontificate, and they're so, they're so prestigious, they're so ultra spiritual. Meanwhile, they try to stifle people that are trying to share their stuff. So we have a Telegram group, and I encourage all of you to share your work. Link is in the description for the Telegram group. Also other things, Patreon, you could share it over there as well. But I was in an area that I never felt so lousy before. And part of it, it could have been me, and part of it is the surroundings. But my eyes were so red, like so bloodshot red and so itchy. And I also felt that being in a mall recently in the past few years, and being around so many people, it was rough. We should all be familiar with epigenetics. Epigenetics. I see that more people are coming on this very powerful live stream right now. I am focused on teaching people what they need to know to get through the event. Continue. If you're getting the information you need, put a like on this video. And the more likes this video gets, more people are going to get this message. Epigenetics means above genetics. So your surroundings are going to influence your body, especially over a long period of time. And yeah, this airport that I was stuck in, I was highly uncomfortable, and it was not easy to be there for the length of time that I was there. M, thank you so much. M writes, I think you're picking up energy from everywhere. Yes, M, I am. I love you, M. Some people hear about empaths, but in science, it's called epigenetics, above genetics. We know that our DNA are receptors, and your surroundings can actually influence your genetics, your DNA. So we're not actually victims of our DNA, but we could actually change them ourselves. And because of our surroundings, our DNA can be influenced as well. I see the chat is changing right now rapidly. So please give me a 5x5 if we still have crystal clear connections. Do we have crystal clear connections? And drink some crystal clear water to get you through this time period. But our surroundings influence us. And, epigenetics, if you're familiar with Dr. Bruce Lipton, check out Dr. Bruce Lipton. He speaks about epigenetics. So who we are can be influenced by the surroundings, by the frequencies that we're in. Like right now, I just happen to be where I am. I don't know if you're picking up, there's some cars that are driving past. Maybe it would be a little bit easier for me to make this message. Even simple things like the sounds of cars and stuff. I'm just giving you common everyday life attributes that can, influence. Maybe it's a little distracting to me, but I'm able to make it through. Obviously, if I'm totally in quiet and peace, that's what we all need. But sometimes there's these frequencies, right? They come in many forms, and the frequencies influence us. Some of you know some of them. You could share some of the frequencies that could influence us in the chat and in the comments. And frequencies govern the universe, and these frequencies can be have negative or positive influences on our body and within our DNA receptors. So your body responds to these different frequencies, different stimulations that we get. And there was someone that wrote a comment. I present the videos in a way so that all people can relate to them. And what the person was writing, he was 100% correct in his writing. And I commented back, I hope he's still watching the channel. And I said, you're 100% right, but I encourage you to listen to the whole message. And, we're basically talking about the same thing, but I'm trying to word it in a sense where all people can relate to it across the board. And that's why the channel is called Our Everyday Lives, because it's about all of us. The 888 is powerful, ley line loader. Yeah. Maybe I'm getting a different. The chat is glitching a little bit on my part. But if you guys are seeing 888, that's great. It's good signs. We're getting all the good signs and the good numbers today. You know. So God might put you in some of these positions to help anchor the grid. And I, on the community tab, I shared one of the videos. I've done this many times to share with people that you are actually anchoring in the grid right now. You're the organic anchors, and you're anchoring codes in the grid. We can't allow, God is not going to allow the world to just collapse. And we have to remember, we have our brothers and sisters that are in some of these locations. So, maybe God is using you to be in a location so that the entire location doesn't collapse into a black hole. That's what's literally happening right now. You have to realize you are more powerful than the matrix itself. I've shared this before. Once again, you are more powerful than the matrix itself. You're more powerful than the surroundings. So if you say to yourself, oh, why did I get stuck in this location? Why am I here? You're here because you're more powerful than the entire location itself. I shared that about my journey. I was placed in New York for my journey. It's very dense. It's rough. It's very powerful as well. I'm able to look at New York and I see the beauty as well. It's just my feeling, and I'm sharing. New York, there's a power there. And I shared about the Native Americans. If you're new to the channel, go to the channel page. And how the Native Americans knew about Manhattan Island. And they would go there to do their rituals. But they wouldn't actually live on Manhattan Island. They would go there and they would leave and go home. Now there's so many people living there. Should they be living there? It's powerful. But sometimes the power is not good or bad. It just is. And it's just a matter of who is trying to take control of that power. So, in New York, there's definitely pockets of light. And then where I was the other day, it was really dark. It was very disturbing for some reason, and I didn't like what I was feeling. But we're there to anchor in the grid so that we don't allow these big pockets to just fall into the black hole. But a lot of what I don't know if you could hear the birds. The birds are chirping right now. The birds are coming out after the rain. The storm comes, the storm passes, but then it leaves, and then better days show up. I actually wasn't expecting. I'm very happy right now. But it is really cold right now, and I was all excited. I'm gonna do all the videos back out and try to be out in nature a little bit, bring them a little bit of nature. It won't be cold; it'll be warm. It's a little cold, but I'm glad that I packed a few things that I packed. But your surroundings are going to influence you, and you are actually positioned in places to influence the surroundings. So this is going to be story time. Uncle Mike's story time. Please put a like on the video. That's going to help others find this message. And story time. Story times. It's story time with Uncle Mike. It's important because it validates certain things. And when I share experiences from my everyday life, real life examples, it's going to help us realize that, this stuff is real. We have to have some nature here. We got some nature here waiting for us as everyone is coming in for story time. This is story time with Uncle Mike. So we had to get back to this very dark airport. I didn't like it too much. And so we're driving in the car. I was so blessed because I wasn't feeling so great and being in the unknown. But we had this guy driving a bunch of us, and he knew exactly where he was going, and it felt so good to and comforting to have someone taking us there, and everyone is serving, and I was very grateful, especially in a time where I wasn't, I was unsure, not feeling so great, to have someone driving us that knew exactly where to go and what to do. And it made the situation a lot easier. And when you don't know what to expect next, that's why a lot of people right now, they're suffering from anxiety. What is anxiety? It's fear of the future. And you might not know what's happening next. I don't know what to expect next. That's why a lot of people are experiencing anxiety. It's fear of the future, and that's the world as a whole. We don't know what's happening next. What's going to happen next? As we're driving, I go to Ireland. Look! I saw purple street lamps all the way, like leading up to the airport. And I heard about people that I heard about people that saw the purple street lamps. I've seen videos about purple street lamps. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would there be purple street lamps? So we're driving, and I say, look, purple street lights. And it looked weird to me, but now I know that they do exist. They do exist. Remember the M&M's commercial, right? The big M&M's are looking at Santa Claus, and he goes, he does exist, and he's like, they do exist, and he faints. So I'm looking at the purple street lights, and I says, they do exist, right? I'm looking at it, and I said, they do exist. So you might be seeing videos of people talking about purple street lamps. Or people that talk. I saw the purple street lamps. So yeah, I didn't know why there was purple street lamps, but leading up to the airport, there were purple street lamps. And just like you, I think that all these things are weird to me. I'm like, what's up with purple street lamps? But I did see the purple street lamps. So they do exist, the purple street lamps. Those that were sharing about purple street lamps, I don't know anything about them, but I'm just sharing that they do exist. And I don't know why they have purple. It was actually on the news. They said on the news that it was just a mistake, but I don't know. The purple street lamps are still up, so I don't know what the mistake was all about with the purple street lamps. So I did see the purple. I said, oh, it does exist. I saw the purple street lamps. I actually saw purple street lamps last summer in a different location. So, some places do have purple street lamps. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm reading the chat right now. And that's why it's important. We're a community, and you know what? That's what I encourage. I encourage all of us to share together. And if you have an understanding, or if you have an idea about purple street lamps, why don't you leave them in the comments? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things that are happening right now, but I'm grateful to be where I am right now, and we're taking the time to just sit back, relax. It's a little cold again for me, but I guess it would be even colder in other locations. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be where I am right now, and who knows where the future is going to take us? Where is the future going to? Do you know where the future is going to take us, Light Warriors? Nobody knows where the future is taking us, but you're going to have to feel. I am becoming much more sensitive, and it could be because negative frequencies are you know, they turn them on and they're full blast. Years ago, I wasn't so sensitive to things. And some people say, you're too sensitive, and that's no good. It's important to be sensitive because your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. So when you're sensitive to certain things, your body is saying, okay, this area is good for me. And your body is also saying, oh, this area is not good for me. So, you know, these, you know, feelings that we get, our gut is telling us, you know, oh, I feel comfortable at this location. Maybe your gut is saying, I don't feel comfortable in this location. Get out of here, you know. So really listen to yourself and focus on that phrase. I'll keep repeating that phrase. Some people say, why do you repeat things? Because we're getting new people on this channel every single day, and I make the video for one person. Your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. So if you're feeling uneasy, it means get out of there. Your second brain is your stomach. So if you're feeling uneasy in your stomach, it's telling you something. Listen to it and move forward with that. You know, we're over 1,000. Look at that. I love each and every one of you. Please continue. Please click the like button. We're going to keep moving forward. Wow. On my end of it, I see that the numbers are going up and down. So I don't know it's if it's a glitch but we just went way over 1,000, and now we're coming back down. But we're experiencing the highs and the lows right now. The highs and the lows. Annette Klein, 1111, beautiful number there. Thank you so much, Annette. I appreciate you. Today is my birthday, so I am sending great vibes out to all for the wonderful year. We are worthy. It is time. Thank you, Annette. I appreciate you. Everyone say happy birthday to Annette. I love you, Annette. And yeah, that's what I did earlier on my journey, Annette. I shared with people my very first video. And many of you never saw that video. My very first video I put on a failing platform. A lot of people aren't even on this platform anymore. And I shared with all of you one of I made a deal with all of you, right? I said if when I go over we go over 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to embarrass myself. And I'm going to show you all my very first video. My very first video I put out on my birthday. And you know what? Sometimes we have to put a foot down. And you know, what is our birthday all about? You know, our birthday is just another day. But I chose to use my birthday as a day, an energy focal point to put out a vibrational frequency to start this channel, if you will. So happy birthday. Yeah. So yeah, always use these energies to your advantage. Today is a very powerful day as I'm making this message. And don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be back on tonight. Today is a very powerful day. It's Friday the 13th, baby. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th. Yeah. If I had my little bell, I would click the bell right now. You were lied to your entire life. We're waking up to this cabal that inverts everything. So what is inverted? It means Luciferian. And people would get you scared. Ooh, Friday the 13th. You stupid serpents. No, Friday the 13th is actually a very powerful day. And we're going to be breaking it tonight, breaking it all down tonight on Friday Night Live. Yeah, it's going to be Friday Night Live tonight. And I'm going to see you all tonight. And we are going to thoroughly break down the power of Friday the 13th. So it's going to be the night. And it's not going to be so scary. Ooh, it's Friday the 13th. And you remember that commercial? Let's hide behind the chainsaws. Oh, let's hide. It's going to be safe. And the guy comes. Ooh. Oh, that's a funny commercial. We don't have to be fearful of Friday the 13th. What we need to do is focus on our power today. So if you're getting, it's the power of the 13. And I'm going to be breaking that down to a fine powder tonight. Jeffrey, a.k.a. the furry red guy. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Jeffrey writes, I think we all feel the travel stress a bit. I don't forget to have fun and soak up the sun. You are shining light no matter where you go, Commander. I appreciate you, the furry red guy. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, and listen, a lot of us, we've all been thrown into positions and situations that we were not prepared for earlier on our journey. And that's why it's important to work, waiting for that car to pass. That's why it's important that we all work on our neuroplasticity, and we're building new neural pathways in the brain. So take the time to visit a new location. I appreciate each and every one of you as well. And when we work on our neuroplasticity, we have the skills, the new neural pathways in the brain, so we can navigate and, work out, new skills, new abilities. Like, we joke around, but I think it's going to be truthful. You want to activate your new superpowers? Do you want to activate your superpowers, Light Warriors? Have you tuned into this channel because you want to activate your superpowers? Well, you could get new skills by building neuroplasticity, new neural pathways in the brain. And the number one way of doing this is putting yourself into a totally new location and then navigate that new location. And then you're forced to build new neural pathways in the brain. A lot of you are familiar with DNA activation, and you are activating your DNA when you're in these uncomfortable situations. M, I love you, M. M writes, don't want to scare anyone. Something big is coming soon. Yeah, a lot of people are feeling something big coming soon, M. And again, I feel like that too. Sometimes, we have to handle the new. New things are highly uncomfortable. I totally, I don't like new things either. And it makes us, when these big new things happen, it makes us feel very uncomfortable. So I understand and overstand what you mean. And new things are coming our way. And that's why it's really important to embrace the new. The way that things were, it's not going to be the same. I told you many times, this reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. It never will. And it's very difficult, but you have to have faith that God is giving you the tools that you need to navigate this time period. You need the tools. You need to, whatever it is. It could be a physical tool that you need. It could be a person in your life. You have a person that is helping you through it. You might be, you find a person that you're with, to navigate this massive change that we're all going through. You might be given, a physical tool that you need, or you might be given the mental tool. I shared the great. If you're new to the channel, I shared my grandparents. I always talk about my Nana and Papa on my journey. The greatest gifts that my grandparents gave to me was the knowledge that they gave me. And my Nana had a lot of gifts, a lot of spiritual gifts. My Nana did, and the greatest things that she gave me were a little taste of her spiritual gifts, and we needed them. We needed them for this time period. So the right people are going to come into your situation. Grand Rising, Mario. Everyone's coming in right now. Yeah, everyone's coming in. So we are traveling the stars. We're navigating this ascension process. So I'm grateful for all of you. It's my honor to give you a firsthand experience of what's going on. I assure you that none of our journeys are all unicorns and rainbows. And I don't want you to think that it's all unicorns and rainbows. It's not. It has its peaks and valleys, its ups and downs. That video is also on the channel page. So please take the time to click the like button, share this video on all platforms. Are you witnessing the splitting of worlds right now? Leave it in the comments. If you're watching on the live stream, go back on this video, write your comments. Please take the time to scroll the comments, comment on each other's comments. You know, it's really helpful. Other people you read someone's comment and you say, wow, I'm going through the same thing as well. And that's going to be very helpful and comfortable for you. When I hear other people's stories, I say, you know, yesterday I was like, oh, I can't believe I went through this. But other people go through similar situations as well. Lynn Roberts, I love you, Lynn. Lynn writes, fear is fake evidence appearing real. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of fear out there, but leave it behind. Remember, keep firmly what you want to create for your reality. And then you say, no, this is not my reality. And, you know, listen, nothing's perfect, but God is going to fix it real quick for you. God is going to fix it real quick. So I'm putting out the next stage of my reality, and I'm trying to anchor in that timeline. And it's not easy. And they know that you can't create from this place of anxiety. So that's why they're really trying to amp up the anxiety levels, but constantly refresh. Oh, and that was the other thing. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. So when you have these tough situations, maybe your health declines, right? So because I was forced into this situation, and it was really terrible what they did, you know, and they just you know, let you get stranded, you know, and you know, you're forced. Let me tell you something, the corruption of these airports know, and they jack up all these prices in the airports. They don't really have many healthy options and all this other stuff. And, you know, they figure, oh, if they get stranded, they got to buy all the airport stuff. And anyway, I didn't have the right nourishment. And you know, even my supplements, they were stranded in the bag. So please focus on this part of the video with a sense of urgency, right? I was able to come back, and yesterday I focused on quickly going to the supermarket, getting the right foods, cooking the right foods. I made sure, I said, let me get the meals in. Get the meals in. I laid out in the sun. Lay out in the sun. I made sure I went to the gym. I did everything that I needed to do. So I'm telling you, and I'm sharing from firsthand experience. Get the foods in. Get the nature and the grounding, the sunlight. Right? I just fell asleep in the sun. I did whatever I needed to do. I went to the gym. I didn't wait. And it made me feel so much better. So on a daily basis, focus on these things. Focus on, you know, getting your exercise in. Focus on getting the meals in. And, you know, I ate this food and it really wasn't good for me. So, but this was the situation. It's really, to me, and you might resonate with this, it's almost like poison to you. Especially when you're eating right and eating the right supplements and drinking water and all. It's crazy. And you actually become more sensitive. Like years ago, I might have been able to eat this stuff or whatever. You become even more sensitive to these things. But it's a good thing. It's telling us don't eat these things. So if you're ever down, I practice what I preach like a machine yesterday. We went to get groceries. We make sure to get the right foods in. We made sure to get the nature in, and I made sure to ABP always be pumping. You know, do a little bit of a workout. It was really helpful to me to get back to where I am right now. So I hope that is helpful for all of you. Take the time on a daily basis. Take the time to you know, change what you need to do. Change your diet. Change your lifestyle. change your surroundings, ground out in nature, get out in nature, take the time to work out, even if it's walking in nature, walking, running, riding a bike, pump the weights, whatever it is, do the pull-ups, do something that's getting the waters of the body to flow. So I love each and every one of you. Thanks for being here today. We're entering the next phase of our journey, and I'm grateful for everyone that has been on the journey with me. And we're never going to stop. We're never going to give in. We're just going to keep going. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will be back tonight. You know what tonight is. Oh, yeah. I love you all. Join our Patreon. We have all of our previous Zoom recordings up there. We collaborate as a group. The link is in the description. I love you all. Keep going. Oh, that was one other thing. I got a message. So sometimes God gives you a message that you're going to be okay. Even at the time, I'm sorry, I'm going into triple overtime right now. Even when we get off the plane, I see this man. He's in like his like uniform. I see he can work, and he sees like I'm like, and he's pointing up at the screen. He's like connecting flights. He's looking up. I look at him. I says, no, they made us miss our flight. We missed the flight left already. I'm like, I'm strained. I don't know what to do. He's like, go see the help desk over there. And then he's like, go over there. Don't worry about it. He goes, keep going. I said that was the sign from God that I'm going to be okay. But I was not feeling okay. I did not like the situation that I was in. But to me, that was the sign that he was like, just go to the help desk over there. You're okay. Keep going. And he literally said, keep going. And I said, all right, I'm okay. I'll be all right. So yeah. I love you all, and I'll see you tonight. I love you all. Take care. Bye for now. And I can't shut it off now.